Well, hello. My name is Niall Sullivan. I'm a beard and male grooming blogger. This is my first ever Facebook Live video. I'm hoping to do a lot more of these to help you guys out, help you improve your beard grooming. I've been blogging only since March, but already I've seen a lot of people out there who love beards. So obviously I'm just trying to help people learn how to groom their beard better, and especially those not so confident in doing so, really. What this video is about today, I thought to start with something quite simple. I was mainly going to focus on beard oil and the benefits of it and techniques on how to apply it effectively so it does, it does its job, really. So if the newcomers out there, you might not actually know what beard oil is. It's sold in lots of different stores, and it's basically used to improve the appearance of your beard. So if you use it regularly enough, once or twice a day, you'll notice that it makes the beard look shinier, look better to look at, better to touch, even if that's what you like. It also moisturizes the skin beneath your beard, which can get quite flaky, quite irritating, because of the different changes in temperature that we go through everyday life. Really hot, really cold, boiling hot. Is have something that soothes the skin underneath, which a normal moisturizer you use for your skin might not do. And the other thing to bear in mind when using beard oil, if you've ever had a longer beard and you've ever tried to comb it or brush it, especially if it's a bit sort of curlier like mine, it can get a bit tangled, can be a bit hard to maintain, simply because it's so painful to brush in. But beard oil, because it nourishes the hair, it makes it softer, makes it like the hair on your head. If you wash it enough, condition it enough, it'll become softer, easier to maintain, and put into the shape that you'd want it to be, really. Before we get started, I'd like to welcome everyone onto the video today. Hopefully this is of some use. I might be just talking to myself for this first ever one, I know. But if you are out there in the ether somewhere on Facebook, it'd be great to hear from you. Know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from. I know I've hopefully done this video for a time that is suitable for everyone, whether that's in the UK or if it's in America. Obviously it's sort of morning, afternoon in America. Here it's early evening, so hopefully there's a fair few of you out there. This is a good time for you. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know, just out of interest, really, to see, because obviously I'm based in the UK, in Berkshire, if anyone knows of Berkshire out there. So wherever you're based, let me know. It'd be great. So moving on to the sort of point of the video today, talk about beard oil. So there's absolutely loads of different types out there. I mean, I've shopped around a bit. I tend to swap between different types, different. There's different scents, different benefits. Different ones have different benefits, but there's so much choice out there. I mean, I wouldn't like to recommend one particular brand to you, especially as I'm not trying to influence you in that sense to buy a certain brand. At this stage, especially if you're new to it, it's best just to try out a few different ones, and then if there's one that you particularly like, particular scent, or one that you feel is working particularly well for your beard, is to is to just try them out yourself. So I mean, in the past, before I've used beard oil, but I've also used coconut oil. So if you've not heard of coconut oil, if you've heard of Joe Wicks in the UK, the body coach, he uses it in his cooking a lot. It's very good. It's used for cooking. I've read so many different uses for it. You can use it for as a deodorant, as a moisturizer, which I use it generally for at the minute. I use it for I've used it for my beard, obviously, and it does a really good job. Even it's just another choice, an alternative, I guess, to beard oil. If you haven't quite found a beard oil you want, coconut oil is great, especially if you have Bounty, because as my girlfriend says to me often, once I put it on, you do smell like a Bounty. So, something to bear in mind for any Bounty fans out there. The other thing, actually, before I go on, another thing I'd like to see, anyone out there who, I'd love to know the type, what beard oil, what brands that you use. More, as I was saying, I don't want to push on you brands that I use and recommend any particularly, but I'd love to know what you guys out there are using, what types of beard oil are you using, what quantities. Do you buy big bottles, small bottles? Do you spend a lot, or more luxury, or do you go to the sort of cheap end of the market? There's so many different choices out there. It sort of blew my mind when I first started looking into beard products and getting more interested in sort of beard care. It was certainly an eye-opener to see not only what types of beard oil, but the other types of beard products out there. So feel free to put in the comment section what types of beard oil you use. So that'd be great. The other item that I use is this, which is, I almost showed you the brand there, which would go against everything I just said, but it's what's called a boar head brush. So you can see the bristles there, and the bristles remind me actually of when I was a young footballer, and you'd play especially in the UK, play in really muddy pitches. You'd come off at the end, and as you go into the changing rooms, a place where you could brush your boots, and with your football boots, you'd have mud on them, so you try and get the mud off by rubbing them on brushes, very similar to this. So, which sort of baffles me of why someone thought it might be good for your beard, but as you'll see what benefits if we get sort of started into I'm not sure how many of you guys have actually done this before. Balance, in terms of how much testing myself and seeing what worked best for me. I mean, that's something to remember with beard care. Obviously, any sort of advice can be useful, but it might not be entirely relatable to you until you try it. This is my version of what I do with beard oil, and it works, very well for me. Keeps you agreeing. Yeah, so hopefully something out of this, and hopefully you'll get some pointers if you've been doing it already, and it might be something that you've or if you've just never used beard oil before, more to you. If you've got a beard, you should be If you've never used beard oil before, hopefully this will give you a good I should also point out this stage. I have put a link in the description. My ultimate guide to beard oil, so that covers everything from what's contained in beard oil, what obviously the benefits are, which I have gone over briefly earlier in this video, and ultimately how a written down version of how to apply it. So you can either obviously refer to this video again in the replay, or the same video. I'll put it on my YouTube channel as well. It has some sort of animated videos in a minute, but what I wanted to do with this video, this type of video, is obviously reach a bit closer, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I must admit I was a little bit nervous coming on to here and talking. Well, it's already on. If anyone, please say hello, because it believes good that I'm talking to one person, if not anyone else. But yeah, I've got a YouTube channel with some animated videos, but what I want to do over the coming weeks, months, is to add more content like this, where I can talk to you directly, hopefully answer your questions, and answer any questions beard related, male grooming related, and hopefully, maybe even help you out a bit. That's the ultimate aim. I've got obviously other blog posts on my website, which go through other aspects of beard care, and just generally what it's like to live with a beard. So yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to apply beard oil. So you've waited this long for me rambling on about God knows what, talking about everything normal. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my phone there. So yeah, we'll talk about how to apply beard oil. First, you'll need your beard oil. Literally, you'll just need two things. Beard oil, very important. It's useful to get one with one of these jobs on top. You can see there, bring it a bit closer to the camera, about dripping on my keyboard. Makes it just a bit more accurate. And they're literally the two things that you'll need for this video. So very straightforward. So what I generally recommend in terms of beard oil, putting it on, is I would usually just do it in the morning after a shower. Obviously you don't want to do it before a shower, otherwise it'll just wash straight out. Hope that's obvious to you. I probably shouldn't need to tell you that, but I'm sure people have done it before. I've done it before without thinking. You just wake up tired one day, you don't know what you're doing, you just sort of chuck it on, go in the shower, just, it happens to everyone really. But doing it before bed, I have done it before bed before, but the problem with that is you wake up in the morning and you see an oil-shaped head mark on your face. With my big head, it's my big beard. It's quite substantial, and obviously ruins lovely bed sheets, and which especially girlfriends out there, so it's not very happy ruining bed sheets with with beard oils. Even as nice as it smells, that's my argument, because it does smell quite nice, but it does sort of stain. So I would probably not put beard oil on before bed. So yeah, so after a shower, once you've washed it, use beard soap, beard shampoo, whatever you use in the shower, in your daily routine. I would simply get some beard oil as such. Like I say, using one of these is very, very useful, because it helps you to at least control the amount of beard oil. Obviously, the amount that you want to use is dependent on the size of your beard. If you have a big Sorry, I was blocking the camera. If you've got a big bushy beard, then obviously you're going to put a lot of beard oil on. But if you've got, stubble, not well stubble, but longer stubble maybe, you only need a tiny bit, because you don't want to overly grease your beard. It just doesn't. I mean, it's not nice when it's to touch. It just feels, like greasy hair. It's horrible having greasy hair. So you just don't want to put too much in. Try a little bit of, like anything, just try little bits at a time, and see how you go. And if you need more, just add a little bit more as you go. Then obviously for the next time, you'll know sort of the right amount for your beard. So I'm just simply gonna, for my length beard, I'm just gonna put this amount. Don't know if you can see that properly. So not a huge amount. Unfortunately, I can't show it on my hand without pouring it onto my keyboard. So I'm going to sort of rub this in. What you want to do is spread it in evenly. You want to spread it all across your hands. Makes your hands smell very nice. It's very nice indeed. So rub it in completely. And then what you do is it's hard to describe. It's probably best if I just let you watch, to be honest, because does anyone else do it any differently? Anyone watching out there? Do you have any other ways that you apply beard oil? Am I doing it completely wrong? Am I ruining it for everyone? Is this completely the wrong way? This is my way. I'd just like to add people joining now. This is my way of doing it. It's not necessarily the best way, or this way works for me. And I'd say the reason for that is, is the main purpose for me for beard oil is to stop what you get, especially in the thicker bits where there's thicker hair, is flakes of skin and sore. It gets very sore under here because the moisture, it just dries up so quickly. You can't moisturize in there very well. You use normal moisturizer, it dries out the skin. That makes it red, sore, and starts to flake off. And it's not nice to see bits of skin in your beard. Not the most attractive thing in the world. So anyway, I digress. What I've done, if you just joined, just add a few drops of beard oil. You put more on if you've got a bigger beard, less on if you've got a smaller beard. Very straightforward. And then you just simply just rub your hands through your beard as if someone's caressing your beard, if you can imagine that. Hopefully it's very therapeutic. That's what I've been doing. I just can't stop doing it. It's very therapeutic. And what you want to, the aim really is to eat the hairs from the bottom right the way through to the tip of the beard. So you want to make sure all the hairs are covered. And that also is the same for the moustache. So you want to make sure all your hairs are covered. If that's that bit done, it's now covered your beard. It's all there. Should all be covered. So the next stage is your brush. So as I was saying earlier on, it can be it's a very sort of bristle. I mean, it's not just a little soft little brush you put through your hair. It's actually quite sort of tough, hard wearing. And what I found with this, before I started using this, I did used to get that flakiness and that soreness under here. Because what I think's happened is this brush really helps distribute the oil throughout the beard. That's the whole point of brushing your beard really after using beard oil, because doing that should get most of the hair, but this brush will ensure that all the hair is covered, and that's the most important thing. You want all the hair to be covered so it's soft, shiny, and looks healthier. I mean, I've had comments saying that beard looks healthier. people used to say it looks like my beard was a bit like wire before, which, you know, years and years ago, before I even knew what beard products were or was. But since I've been using beard oil, it is a lot softer to touch. There is a huge difference. So if you're not using it, I would definitely recommend going ahead and doing that. What I've got here is my brush. That's what I was saying. Keep going off onto different topics. So use your beard brush. It's weird doing this on a computer screen rather than a mirror, but I'm going to give it a go. So you can have a bit of fun with this. Actually, you can brush it out like that. Look a bit of a fool for a few minutes. You know, does anyone else like doing this? I can't believe I'm doing this live on Facebook. Is flicking out my beard like this. Not the most attractive look in the world, but that's another reason why I use a brush. So you can, especially, I can't imagine having an even longer beard, sort of down here somewhere, because that would take a lot more brushing, a lot more maintenance. So I'm doing just brushing all the way through. You know, in this section here, I'll go a bit firmer. So what I want to do is any loose, not very nice to talk about, but any sort of loose dead skin that's in there, this gets rid of it. Very simply gets rid of it. And then you want to brush the sides down. You want to make it look neat and tidy again. Brush it all the way through. And like I was saying about beard oil, there's a lot of places you can get it. I mean, you'll find all sorts of places which sell this, not just places that sell beard products, but I mean, you even find it for scrubbing floors. It's that kind of brush. It's very, the hairs on it are just so sort of tough. It isn't like any normal hairbrush that you might use. It's certainly not gentle, but what I find is sort of exfoliates your beard, I guess, is the right term. Also got the moustache as well. I can get a bit dry as well. So just for the benefit of everyone again, I'm just going to go through that one more time, just in case anyone's missed that or is just joined halfway through. Obviously, you can watch the replay of this. I'll be promoting it on my Facebook page, Twitter page at The Bearded Nile. So it'll all be on there. I hope on my YouTube as well. So you can watch this again, stop it, pause it, do it in your own time. But I'm going to just do it one more time for everyone's benefit. So simply get a selection of beard oil, such as that much for my beard length. Emphasis on, if you've got a longer beard, use more. If you've got a shorter beard, use less. Test it out a few times, judge for yourself. Spread it evenly in your hands. Like you're rubbing your hands with glee. I haven't smiled much in this video. I've been too nervous. Hopefully I've not bored you all to tears and you've, all abandoned me. I'm not sure I've got many views, but, hopefully this will be helpful. Maybe more helpful to the guys watching the replay. So once you've evenly distributed it, simply rub it through. Try and try and aim to coat the hairs from the bottom right through to the tip. You want to try and cover every single hair that you possibly can. My beard is now going to be insanely greasy now. I've done it twice. As I've said earlier in the video, you want to do it once you want to do once in the morning after a shower. I know a lot of people who do it more than once a day and do it in the evening as well, but I tend to think that you wake up in the morning with a lot of beard oil on your pillow and not much on your face. So is there a point to that? A lot of people can argue. Like I say, if you do that, then please let me know and comment and let me know your story. Maybe there's something I've been doing wrong probably putting too much on by the sound of it, that if people put it on in the evening and not having any problems, then maybe I'm wrong. But so now, once your beard's all covered, I'd simply run this really thick boar head brush. That's what you want to be Googling later. So rub up and down. Rub up and down. And you want to particularly scrub the areas where we've got thicker hair. So for me, it's right under my chin. Right. Once that's done, looks all neat again. And there you have it. That's, in a nutshell, repeated it twice, so hopefully you'd caught onto it, but that in a nutshell is how you can apply, how to apply beard oil. Hopefully that helps in some way. If you've got any questions, you can find me on Twitter at The Bearded Nile, so that's at The Bearded Nile. You can obviously message me on Facebook through the Facebook page, or email me, hello@nilesullivan.co.uk, or you know, if you want to be notified about other videos I'm going to be doing in future, you can click the subscribe button or like my page if you're not already a fan, and you can be notified that as soon as I'm live. But not sure how many people have tuned in today, but thank you to everyone who has. It's been interesting, maybe not as smooth as I want it to be, but hopefully the future ones will be even more useful. And thank you for your time. See you again soon. Bye-bye.